and then look at who it is.
You can't really see her.
How you guys doing? We just wanted to pop on. Like I was telling Misty, I was going to pop on and talk to you guys today. And then she's like, well, I want to come on and hang out too. So here she is with our brand new little lion cub here. You should go show him real quick.
I'll try.
Get up there.
Turned her face.
Get up there.
Hello.
See,
Dani,
look at the
which way
little-
you want to go, babe? She's hiding her face.
Look at
Turn
the little
look.
baby.
Turn and look. Say
Oh,
hi.
see, there's a little
Hi,
baby.
family.
Oh, she's smiling for you guys.
Oh, hello, guys.
There's little baby Danica. So welcome to the family. Welcome to the planet. We love her. So it's been about a week since we had this little peanut, and she's been hanging out. This one has had not very much sleep because she is the mobile food vehicle for the baby, and but that's okay. That's okay. So super excited to have Misty back. And I'm super excited to get back to you guys as well. So I wanted to pop on today, besides, showing off my ladies, to really talk to you guys about and let you know that I will be coming back full-time next week. And we got some really cool stuff happening. As you guys know, as I stated on Monday, I completed BGB boot camp, which I feel, and Ken and I have really talked about it a lot, that the sittings or the chair program and the standing version of BGB Bootcamp is really going to fill in the gaps to the movement process. And in the membership of having 9 full core programs that really meet the spectrum of every single MS gymmer that's going to walk into our doors, right? Or walk into our Facebook site, however you want to put it. So with that said, like the movement piece of everything is pretty well taken care of. Like we have the full membership, we have the companion guides. As you guys have seen, like we have the movement minutes, and as I talked about in an email earlier this week, I'm going to start popping in with more life hack type circuits to help you really start living your MS life better. But what Ken and I were talking about this morning, and what Misty and I were literally like just talking about as I was having lunch and baby was having lunch and Misty was having lunch about 20 minutes ago, was mindset, right? Because here's the thing, you guys, like I could create the most biomechanically, neuromuscularly, neuroplastic, perfect programs on the planet. Neuromuscularly, I like that word. Just like we created a perfect baby, right? But I could create the most perfect programs on the planet that are supposed to help you counteract your MS symptoms. But if your mindset is not that which you can like have hope and have belief and have faith that exercise can actually work for you, there's really no point, okay? Because if I just handed you a sheet of perfect exercises and you just go through the motions of the exercises, it's not the exercises that are going to get you better. It's not the movements that are going to get you better. Yes, they are the vehicle and the tools that you use, but just like a builder of a house, you have your tools, you have your blueprint, but it's the artistry of the architect which actually has that house on paper and believes that they have the skills to build that house. So just like you have to have the mindset and the positive mindset and the belief and the positive outlook to really believe that movement is medication for you, and that when you do your exercises, they're actually going to take effect. They're actually going to work, and they're actually going to affect your life.
Well, I was talking with my sister on the way here, and it was really an impactful conversation because she's not one to really open up or share or express certain things very often. But she opened up and shared some stuff with Trevor and I this weekend, and it was just a follow-up phone call on that, my sister and I just chatting, and she said, after I shared with you guys on Saturday, I really realized what you guys are doing and why it's so impactful and why it matters so much, because when I left your house, I was hopeful. I had hope.
Right.
And I'm not going to tear up. I'm hormonal, so I do that pretty easy these days. But she left our house, and that was so important for her to feel that hope in the situation that she's going through right now. And then to go from that to in her home, and not to talk negatively about my brother-in-law, who I think is an incredible human being, but then just express that hope to her husband and have her kind of bring her back down to earth.
Him.
Bring her back down to earth, and just, just like you guys, he had suffered cancer and had various things go on in his life in the 36 years that he's been here, or 7, I guess now, and he's skeptical, much like you guys. You've been to every specialist out there, and you've experienced so many different things that have just left you pretty much in the same position or worse in many cases. And so to be jaded is a natural thing, right? To be jaded is a natural thing. And so I get where he's coming from, but having experienced what we've experienced, and then watching you guys, you guys are so inspirational to us, and just seeing the hope that generates throughout this whole community. And I said to my sister, and it was a long conversation, but I said to my sister, I was like, there's a clear dividing line between those who improve, those who get better, those who, are actually doing well in our community, and those who are not. And really, it's that hope factor. Because in my experience and what I watch is that there's a lot of people that are going through the motions. And maybe they're not, they're half-heartedly because they're seeing all the things that are happening and hearing all the success stories, and they have enough hope to at least give it a shot, but in the back of their mind, they're still resisting it. They still think that this, just like everything else, is going to fail them. And then you see the people that are posting their victory stories left and right in Members Only Corner that have really committed themselves to this. And the only reason they've committed themselves to this is because of hope. They first have that hope that this is going to make a difference. This may not cure you. I mean, this is not a cure for anything. This is definitely something that you commit yourself to. You're going to see results from it, whether it's just slowing down the progression or helping you to stand longer and stronger for even 5 more minutes longer than you were before, little bits. And that's why we really focus on those small victories, because somebody who doesn't have hope is going to come in here and they may go gangbusters right off the bat and think they need to do every little program and inject themselves so fully into it, and then after a week or 2 weeks they'll burn out and think, well, it's not doing me any good. Versus somebody who has hope is in it for the long haul. They know that it's not a get fixed quick program. This is going to be a lifetime of learning and teaching your body how to move right, because these patterns, I'm sorry to say, they were there before you had MS in many cases. I mean, these things that Trevor is doing with you guys are very, not very different at all from what he's done with other people with other conditions or injury patterns or whatever else, because you develop these patterns over a period of time, and then you have something like MS that just interrupts everything
and enhances
the problems.
It makes it worse.
Yeah, and so this is a lifelong commitment. And so that hope, if you can just hang on tight to that hope, even when you're ebbing and flowing through the progression and the healing of your body, and know that you're still getting better even when the evidence is not saying so.
Right.
And so that was just a powerful conversation between my sister and I.
Yeah, thank you. See, it's good to have her back.
Hi.
I'm inspired just listening to her. But yeah, that's the thing, you guys, is that it's hope can come in a bunch of different forms, right? Hope could be like, I'm doing an exercise and it's helping. Hope could be like, well, I've actually exercised for 2 or 3 weeks consistently and I feel better. I just feel better. I don't know why, but I feel better. Hope could come from a family member or a friend recognizing that you just seem more positive, you seem more vibrant, you seem more energized. Hope could come from the fact that you make it through an entire day and you don't crash and have to take 2 naps a day. Hope could come from the fact that you actually completed a whole program and you've never completed an exercise program ever. Hope could come from the fact that you're actually feeling like you understand your body and you understand how it works and you understand how to move right because you've literally never been taught before. Or hope could be that you're hanging out in a community where you actually feel accepted, welcome, loved, encouraged, empowered, and educated to where you actually feel important and you actually feel like you're significant and you actually feel like your life matters. And you're building friendships and you're building relationships that you never thought you would have because MS is so stupidly freaking isolated because the narrative is so negative and so condemning. So the message of hope is what we're all about. Hope is what drives the heart right here of the MS Gym Nation. okay? We all have the common language of exercise, and we're all here using the same language. Just like if you go to Starbucks, their language is coffee, right? The MS Gym, our language is movement and mindset. So what we're going to be doing next week is I'm going to be giving you guys some really cool info on how we're going to give you more mindset training. We're going to give you more mindset stuff in shorter amount of time. So you don't have to invest 30 minutes listening to us rock out and do some awesome Motivation Mondays, which so many people like. We're going to give you more motivation, but it's going to be in smaller doses so you get more of it without having to commit a ton of time, all right? It's going to be along the same lines as Movement Minutes, so that's all I'm going to say right now, okay? But I'm super excited to bring it to you because honestly, you guys, if you're not feeding positive things in your head, you're feeding negative things in your head. It's just the way it is. There's light and there's darkness, right? There's positivity, there's negativity. There's healing and there's not healing. There's really no gray area. So I want to give you guys the opportunity to really hear a little bit more about me, or a little bit more from me, a little bit more from Misty, because you've seen us in a bunch of different areas and a bunch of different light, but there's parts of Misty and I that you guys haven't even been exposed to yet, which I really like. The deeper parts, the more profound parts, the things that we say to people like Misty's sister, where they're like, thank you. I've been dealing with this medical thing for 17 years of my life, and this is the first time I've actually felt like somebody heard me, listened to me, and gave me a solution. Instead, they just dismissed me and threw me away, and I've been dealing with this on my own. So hope can come from relationship, hope can come from movement, hope can come from mindset. It has to be both internal, and it also has to come from an external source. So we are super fired up to be back, you guys. We're going to start off and kick things off on Monday with the brand new Motivation Monday. Misty will be back with Misty Moments when she feels like it, when she feels good. She may be impromptu, just drop in when she has a sec, when the kids are chilling and the baby's relaxing. So we're not committing here to anything. This is her priority right now. This and then healing this, okay? I'm going to help out, but she's going to be using the same exercises you guys are in the MS Gym, and she's going to have to work on her mindset as well, meaning that she's going to have to be like, look, I'm not pregnant anymore. Our life is turning around. I have more opportunity. Trevor's around more. Trevor's not so stressed out.
I'm not overwhelmed.
She's not overwhelmed, and we're literally serving the people that we are meant to serve on this planet, so life is good. So she's going to get back to exercising, eating, doing well, feeling well, getting her mind right, and getting back to you guys and getting back to our family as well. So we love you guys. We're super fired up. Closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. I am excited. I know we have Summit coming up a month from now, which is crazy. So for those of you that are coming out for that, we're really looking forward to seeing you guys.
Heck yeah.
And so I'll be gearing up for Summit. But yeah, I do. I plan to pop in here when I can, like Trevor said. And before we go, I wanted to, her head's kind of in a better, well, now she turned it. I wanted you guys to be able to see her a little more.
Look at, you can turn her head. Come here.
She doesn't, I don't want to make her fuss.
There you go. Hello, little baby.
This is Danica, little Danica Lee. She's so excited to be part of the family. But we're going to head out now. We're going to go pick up the other chitlins.
Yep.
So got to pick those kids up from school. But really good to be back. Really good to connect with you guys again today. Love you and miss you. You guys have no idea how much I have missed you and how much you guys fuel me. You may not see, but I am eyes in the community. I don't often comment or whatever because I'm either feeding baby, tending to kiddos or whatever, and I'm afraid to get in and comment and then not be able to finish my statement. So I'm like, let me see what's going on, and then I click out. But I'm watching, I see what's going on, and I'm so proud of you guys. Doing an awesome job. And proud of this guy, proud of Ken. Thank you guys to Ken and our moderators and giving us that whole week where we could just be a family, settling in with a brand new baby. You know, just thank you. Thank you to the moderators for supporting this community and for the rest of you for supporting each other, because that's important. Hope comes from being able to support each other and be there for each other, and you guys do a great job of that. So
that's right. We're
going to head out, but have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll be seeing more of you.
All right. Bye, guys.